you think, is Dubai gonna be a bubble, real estate bubble?
That's a great question everyone asks, right?
So right now I'm with Cash. Cash is my friend. Please, Cash, introduce yourself to our audience.
My name is Cash. I grew up in Dubai my whole life, went to school here, done everything here, went to university in Canada, and I do full-time real estate in Dubai.
So Cash, right now I'm hearing too many people wants to invest in Dubai and they're already start investing it.
Yeah.
So I have questions related to that. My first question is, why is Dubai considered one of the best investment destinations in the whole world right now?
Yes. There's a lot of reasons to it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you the top ones right now.
Please, please.
Number one is Dubai has made it incredibly easy for international investors to invest in Dubai.
Yeah.
When you go to any other country, it's not as easy, as organized, as professional as how Dubai does it. And they give a lot of options for these investors to go through. The second reason is political stability. Everywhere in the world right now, politically, it's not the best, and you need political stability to allow the strategical leaders to be able to do what they want to do. When you don't have political stability, you can't do that. Another one is, it's safe. It's a safe place to live. So families prefer to come here. Families in other countries prefer their kids to go study in Dubai, right? Especially if you have a daughter. You don't want to send them to America, you want to send them to Dubai.
So Dubai is very safe and everything.
Yes, that's another one. And then there's a bunch of other reasons, but these would be the top ones, I would say.
Yeah. So let's talk about the payment methods.
Yeah.
If I want to invest in Dubai, like how easy it is in a sense of a payment method?
Yeah, that's a great question. The one thing people should always focus on is when you're in America, right, or where you're in the UK, you want to buy a property, it's either you buy with mortgage or you pay the full amount up front.
Yeah.
In Dubai, you have the option of something called payment plan. You have an off-plan project, it's going to be ready in 4 years. You don't pay it full up front, you pay it in a payment plan. For example, Emaar, which was one of the biggest developers in Dubai currently, right? They have an 80-20 payment plan. It's a harsh one. It's like you pay 10% every 3 months or 4 months until the project's ready, then you pay 20% at handover. But then you do have options that are like 40-60, where you only pay 40% and you pay 60 once it's ready. So it gives a lot of flexibility and ease of mind for the investor.
I understand. What about, let's talk about the plans. Off plan, and also there is
ready properties.
Ready properties.
Yes.
Which one you recommend as a real estate agent to the investors?
100%. So it really depends on what the investor wants. But to differentiate ready and off plan very quickly, ready is something that's obviously ready.
Yeah.
Off plan, actually no, let me say it this way. So ready properties, actually 95% of them were already off plan. That's how they became ready properties. So the best way I can explain what would be the best is this. If the client doesn't have the full amount up front and it's going to get a mortgage, 90% of the times it's better to go for an off plan. Because you're going to have something newer, better amenities, better everything, right? And then another way to look at it is what the goals of the clients are. For example, if you want to be in an area where rental ROI is going to be really high, you're going to do great, you have to go to Al Marjan and Casino. You can't even buy ready property there, you have to buy off plan. So it really depends on the goal of the client.
I understand. So right now, what are the good areas to invest in 2026 to invest?
So let's say that,
I don't want to say only in Dubai, like generally in UAE, because in Ras Al Khaimah, I heard like they are building a casino. So you can also include that as well.
So each emirate in the UAE has a master plan in mind. Abu Dhabi is focusing on Disney World, that's going to be launching. Dubai is focusing on Dubai South, where the biggest airport is going to be happening. Ras Al Khaimah is focusing on Al Marjan Island, where the first ever casino in the Middle East is going to be happening there, right? But each one of them are different. So what are the best areas? If you want the lowest risk, highest reward possible, great payment plan, great prices, you go to Dubai South and you invest there, where they're building Al Maktoum Airport, which is going to be the biggest airport in the world. If you want something medium risk but highest rewards possible, great for Airbnb and holiday homes, you have to look at Ras Al Khaimah, Al Marjan Island. The numbers there are absolutely phenomenal, right? So it really depends on the goals, but these are the top 2 areas I would say are phenomenal. Now, you have some really wealthy investors who want to absolutely get something that's phenomenal, it's going to double, and all those kind of big investments. You have to look at Palm Jebel Ali, which is going to be a bigger and better version of Palm Jumeirah currently right now. Those are the top areas I would recommend to investors.
I understand. So you're basically saying it depends on people's wealth, people's needs, their requirements.
What do people want? For example, if someone doesn't have a really good risk tolerance, right, you're not going to go for an area that, has a lot of risk. You have to go for the lowest risk possible,
Obviously, So what are the top developers in a sense of higher ROI? Like, do you have any developer in your mind?
Developer is going to be the reason why you're going to have a higher rental ROI, right? Developer is just there for like trust. It's like the brand that you have there, right? And you've seen what they've done in the past. Now the top developers, Emaar is number one. They built Burj Khalifa, the Dubai Mall. Biggest malls and biggest communities is Emaar. Emaar developed Dubai Hills. Emaar developed Creek, right? Creek Harbor. So Emaar is the number one. Number 2 and 3 and 4, this is where it gets really tricky. You have Damak, you have Shoba, you have Ellington, you have all these big developers. But for me, what I would say is to the investors, if you want to go with the brand, if you want to go with the best of the best, Emaar is the right answer, right? But if you really just want to focus on the numbers, you have to go to an agent who spends a lot of time here, knows his stuff, and he'll get you the best, not depending on, oh, this is the developer, that's why we should go there. It really depends on the needs of the person.
I understand. And also there are some people who wants to get their money back and plus their profit immediately. So yeah, exactly. So do you have any timeline in your mind, or like, I don't know, like maybe you tell me, oh, if you invest that plan, after 4 months you got your money back plus the profit. 100%. Do you, like, for example, what's the usual timeline to get your money back plus the profit for the investors?
To make the maximum amount of profit, what I always advise investors, you get an off plan. Once it's ready, after it's rented out for like a year or so, you exit. It's on the best time. Why? Because the property has already been rented out. You know the numbers of how much it is, so other investors who want rented ROI are going to buy it from you, right? And the community has already been built. Or you sell right before handover. This is what people like to do, flipping return on equity, where if the property is worth 2 million and the payment plan is like 60-40, they've only paid 60% and they can flip their money before they pay the last 40% to another investor. The shortest period of time that's possible, I would say on average, you would need at least a year. There are
at least a year.
There are developers like Bengati that launch and everything's ready in 1 year, but it really depends. There might be some scenarios where the launch is so hot that if you buy it right now, you can literally sell it in 1 week or 2 weeks, because people want it so badly that once you actually have it, they will buy it from you because they want this project.
So it's a good for the investors, right?
For sure. Perfect. But it really depends.
Yeah. And my final question is, you think, is Dubai gonna be a bubble?
Okay, so that's a
like
great
real
question.
estate bubble.
That's a great question everyone asks, right? The number one thing I would tell people is this: there's a global bubble index for real estate, right? Forget about what Dubai data is giving you. Let's go to the global bubble index. Dubai right now as a city is number 2. This is what they came out this year, right? Which everyone might think it's not good, right?
Definitely.
What I tell people is this: is real estate a bubble as a whole? Real estate worldwide, are we in a bubble right now? That's what I would ask people, and maybe people would say yes, right? What I would say is this: if you look at the last 5 years, whenever there was a big war, big problem, anything, Dubai found a way to fix it and gain more when everyone else is losing, right? So is it a bubble? I don't think so. Some areas within Dubai, I believe it's a bubble, but as a whole, no way. Population is growing too fast.
I understand. Thank you so much for everything, Cash. I hope, I mean, I got so many information from you. I hope also people who are watching, they also got the same information as me.
Always the best advice is, there's a lot of agents in Dubai, right? Choose the person you genuinely enjoy talking to, because it's going to be a lifetime person working with you, right? As the property gets ready and as you build your wealth. And choose to trust in a person, understand as much as you can, and let them guide you throughout the rest. That's the best way to do it. Dubai's properties can be very profitable, but you have to enjoy the process. It's very smooth. It's not like the rest of the world. No taxes, no nothing.
That's right.
Flip your money, make your rental ROI, and keep on growing. That's the best way to go about it.
Thank you so much, Cash.
Anytime,
Thank you.
anytime. Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.